Good evening to everybody. I will wait for some people on the feed to come on. So we can start. How's everybody doing? Thank you for joining. Share so we can start. God bless everybody that is watching. We'll wait for some people to jump in here so we can start. Getting shadow banned a lot. God bless everybody that is watching. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Voice. Thank you so much for joining me on this afternoon. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Voice. Thank you so much. I'm an independent reporter and broadcaster, a bilingual reporter and broadcaster, born in Mexico, in the city of Tijuana. God bless you guys. This is a really delicate topic. It's a really delicate topic because it angers my heart. And it angers my beliefs. And it angers my perception of these organizations, how they are trying to divide the purpose of unity. This goes beyond politics. Unfortunately, for some organizations, they are collided and working with politics. Radical organizations like Black Lives Matter, Antifa, and BAM, by all means necessary. The division is their purpose. The division of races is their purpose. My statement today is I will try to be as much as compassive, as patient, and much understandable of the situation. The United States is going through right now a situation that is really difficult. Division of race is one of the first things that the United States right now is having a problem. As you guys are in the middle of this George Floyd situation, and I have, as I have stated before, and a question that I have asked to all the Hispanics and to all the people that they are backing Black Lives Matter, I have always have asked, para todos los chicanos, toda la raza, y todos los mexicoamericanos, to all the Mexican Americans, to Hispanics, to the Chicanos, that they are backing and supporting Black Lives Matter. I have always asked you, de corazón a corazón y de raza a raza, de gente a gente, when has Black Lives Matter supported Hispanics? When? When has Black Lives Matter protested for an unfair killing of a Hispanic? When? When? And for the people that they're saying, Why does any of this matter? You're fueling the problem. What about spreading love? The protests are not spreading love. The looting is not spreading love. The news, it needs to be done. And it needs to be told. And it needs to be heard. And if you don't like it, get out. I'm a Mexican citizen. I was born in Mexico. Was raised in this corruption in our country. And it's horrible over here. And as this George Floyd's protests started happening, I started seeing a lot of Hispanics joining the Black Lives Matter protest, looting, causing destructions out of anger and out of enormous anger towards one specific community. And I was sitting down watching how some Mexican Americans were destroying and looting property in the United States with our Mexican flag, with this beautiful flag right here. Beautiful flag right here. And I was wondering, those people don't represent me. I'm in Mexico. I'm a Mexican citizen. And a lot of Mexicans over here in Mexico, they will tell you those Mexicans are not us. They're not us. And I was reading about a specific particular case. And it's this case. This specific case. This right here. Where are all these Mexican people that they are fighting for la raza right now? Where are you? All those groups, Hispanic American, the Chicano community, La Raza community, the Brown Beret community. ¿Dónde están, cabrones? Where are you? Where? This lady that it was assassinated with a hammer and they found her body dismembered, assassinated by a Black American. And where are they? Where is Black Lives Matter right now? Protesting? Taking away statues? Where is the justice for Vanessa Guillen? ¿Dónde están todos los mexicoamericanos uniéndose ahorita para encontrar la justicia a Vanessa Guillen? Where are all the Mexicans trying to find justice for Vanessa Guillen? Where are they? Looting? Protesting with Black Lives Matter? Black Lives Matter, a movement that has never helped no Hispanic in history. Not one Hispanic in history. Black Lives Matter has never helped not even one Hispanic in history. And they're asking for Hispanics to help them right now to find justice for their own narrative. This is why the movement, it has no color. It has no flag. The movement is for justice for abuse of power and abuse of authority. Where are you? Everybody, where are you? I don't see you protesting this. Justice for Vanessa Guillen. I don't see you protesting you this. Where are all the Hispanics that they are uniting with Black Lives Matter? Where are you? ¿Dónde están? ¿Dónde? ¿Esa es la raza? Uniéndose con Black Lives Matter, pero cuando le matan a uno de ustedes no hacen nada. That is the race. Uniting with Black Lives Matter right now with this political democratic movement, but when they kill one of yours, you don't do nothing. A Black American man killed a Mexican soldier. And right now, they're trying to ricochet the whole information. Somebody else, where's their fault? Nah, ni madres. A Black American killed Vanessa Guillen. Do you know why Democrats do this kind of stuff? Do you know why? They like to cause division. Pat Posada, you put another comment like that, you're out. You're not going to talk bad about my people, and I'm not talking bad about yours. One more comment and you're out. We need to understand. We need to understand that this goes beyond a race. This goes beyond a race. It's not about brown. It's not about black. It's not about white. It's about finding justice for every single person that is being assassinated by abuse of power, by abuse of authority, or by whatever mean. There's no riots right now, right? Why Black Lives Matter is not talking about this Black American that killed a Mexican American lady? Why not? Do I hear crickets? Do I hear crickets? I hear crickets. Immediately, the next day when George Floyd happened, immediately got blown out of proportion. Immediately, riots, looting, destruction, unity for justice. Yay, the fist up. ¿Dónde están? ¿Dónde están todos los mexicanos? ¿Dónde está la raza? ¿Dónde estamos, pues? Yo vivo en México. No me la van a contar a mí. ¿Dónde estamos? ¿Dónde está la raza, pues? Where are you? Ah, no, pero ahí andan con Black Lives Matter. Where? Oh, no, yeah, you're rallying with Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Les matan a uno de su raza y no dicen nada. Where are you? This is what the Democrats like to do. They like to divide. So it's all about a race issue. Meanwhile, we're thinking like that. Meanwhile, we're putting a race in always as a problem. We're never going to find a solution. Never going to find a solution. This is an embarrassment for the Hispanic community. all the Hispanics and the Latino community, we need to raise our hand and find justice for Vanessa Guillen, this Black American that took away his life after taking away cowardly the life of Vanessa Guillen. And now they're trying to blame it all on the lady that is running away from justice. But they take away that from the fact that this Black American took away this young lady's life. You want to stop talking about Black American, Hispanic American, Asian American, white American, and whatever American, and just make it all a terminology as American. Stop fighting for unpurposely goals. This is your number one purpose. To find justice for every unfortunate death done by division. Where are you? ¿Dónde están, pues? ¿Dónde están? I don't see them right now. I don't see them. I don't see none of you right now. A woman has been charged in the case of missing Texas soldier whose body she is accused of helping dismember and bury prosecutors. Fort Hood officials named 20-year-old Aaron David Robinson as the main suspect in Mrs. Guillen's disappearance on Thursday. Where are you? You see Hispanics looting and destroying buildings and going and doing graffiti, BLM, on buildings. Destroying properties of their own minority. Destroying properties on their own colonias, on their own barrios. But when it's one of their own, where's Black Lives Matter with Antifa? It does not fit their narrative. It does not fit. It does not fit their agenda. It does not fit the problem. This is the problem. The problem is that the main purpose of Black Lives Matter is only preoccupying themselves about one race, blacks. It's a destruction. It is an organization that it was made to divide races. It's not an organization for justice for every single race. No. It's not a definition of one single race to fight for justice. No, it is not. And the most sickening thing is that a lot of Hispanics now, a lot of them are with Black Lives Matter. For what? You're not fighting for your own people and you want to be for Black Lives Matter? This is for justice for every single individual without the color of the skin. Where are you right now? ¿Dónde está la raza? ¿Dónde están los chicanos? ¿Dónde están los brown berets? ¿Dónde están todos esos? This is not a race problem. Vanessa Guillen is a sexual harassment. Sexual harassment. This is a comment that it needs to be addressed. This is not a race problem. Vanessa Guillen is a sexual harassment of a murder in the military. Oh, wow. Wow. Let's justify. Let's start justifying. Here comes the justifications. Let's start justifying. All right? Let's start justifying, because I can justify the George Floyd murder, that it was not a race problem. There were four different police officers right there, were four different races. How do you see it was just, if it was a Hispanic on top of a black man, it would have been a race factor? If it was a Filipino on top of a black man, it would have been a race factor? If it was a black on top of a black, it would have been a race factor? The main purpose right here is that nobody's talking about these murders. If it was sexual harassment, it was what it was. It's not a justification to not put attention to this. A black American killing an Hispanic American soldier, dismembering her body. Where is the justice? Where are all these feminazis? Where are they? Where are they? All these, we fight for human rights. Ontan? Where are you? Where are you? We fight for human rights. We know it's all the man's fault. La culpa lo tienen los hombres. Son unos desgraciados, aprovechados. Where are you? Nowhere to be found. They are nowhere to be found right now. So unfair. So unfair that we need to stand together on every situation. This is why I did a video saying to every single one of them, this is not a case of just one race. I ride with you against police brutality and abuse of power. I ride with you all the time. Man, I'm riding with you against police brutality and abuse of power. Woo! Man, I'm with you. I'm all against all of that. I'm all against all of that. But when it's unjustified killing, nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about how blacks are murdering, is the highest rate, blacks murdering blacks. How the highest rate on police and abuse of power is against whites, and then blacks, and then Hispanics. Nobody's talking about how many babies that are unborn in the woman's womb are being, how many black American babies are being killed. That does not fit the narrative of Black Lives Matter. We are a Marxist organization, and we want to defund and dismantle the police. Yay! But this right here is not important. This right here, nobody talks about it. This right here, defending our own raza, defending our own people, does not matter. We prefer joining Black Lives Matter. We prefer that. What does that have to do? The police didn't kill them, Oscar Blue. It was just another citizen. It does not matter. The purpose is what is happening with abuse of power. Isn't that right? Isn't that the whole purpose? And Black Lives Matter is not saying anything because it was a black American that killed Vanessa Guillen. Ve nomás. Pa' todos los que andan ahí lambiéndole la cola a Black Lives Matter. Síganle. Síganle. All of you. A clear example on how Black Lives Matter does not care about other races. Does not care. They only care about their own narrative and filling the Democrats' pockets. All the money that Black Lives Matter is getting is going to the Democrats' pockets. Only for Democrats' pockets. Only for them. Not for nobody else. Only for them. This is sad. Because if I wasn't Hispanic and I'm rolling with Black Lives Matter, I will be telling Black Lives Matter, hey, you know what? This is happening right now in Fort Hood. What happened? A Black American killed a Black American soldier, man. They dismembered her body. Hey, we got to look right into it, brother. We can't do it like run. Oh, no. Why? We got to look right into it. You're crazy. Let's go and protest. Come on. Let's find justice for Vanessa. This is not supposed to be only blacks. You told me that it was a movement of all races. You told me that it was a movement for justice. You told me that it was a movement for unity. We're fighting against the military, right? Abuse of power, abuse of everything, right? You told me that, right? Let's go and fight. Let's go and fight the justice. It's a Black American that killed an Hispanic? No, bro. No, hold on, bro. No, you're taking it all out of proportion. This is a movement, bro, against the police, bro. Like, it was a white man on top of a black man, and we've been for 400 years under this. Hold on. Separate that, man. They just killed an Hispanic military, first-class military woman by the name of Vanessa Guillen. A Black American killed her. So, I want to find justice. Let's go and unite, Black Lives Matter. This is what we are, right? We are for fighting all the justice. No, bro, no. You got the things misunderstood, bro. David Chauvin, he killed, George Floyd. And this is what Trump wants to do, bro. That's what Trump wants. They want to mess with your mind, man. This is a whole different case. That case is sexual harassment, and that case, like, is stalking. It has nothing to do with this. It's like a whole different case. Rapidito nos meten en la chompa, ¿no? Que no tiene nada que ver. Quickly they get into your mind and they start to brainwash you that it has nothing to do. That is a whole different thing. A whole different thing. Right? You guys want to talk about a race killing another race? But you guys don't want to talk about when a Black American kills a Mexican American? This is what you Democrats want. Division. My whole point of doing this live feed is that it does not matter the assassinations on how they're done with the race that is being done. It's about unity and fighting justice. This is what it is. With justice, it does not come the color of his skin. It comes unity with it. Unity with it. And I don't see no unity right now with Vanessa Guillen. No unity right now. It's an embarrassment. Son una vergüenza todos aquellos mexicanos que andan con Black Lives Matter y no ponen atención a este tema. Son una verdadera desgracia todos aquellos mexicanos que andan protestando y robando sin no poner atención a su propia gente. Son un verdadero asco aquellos que andan cargando nuestra bandera en protestas y no defendiendo a su propia gente. You're a disgrace carrying in our flag, looting and destroying the United States of America with our flag. You're a disgrace. Fighting for Black Lives Matter without fighting for these situations that are happening also in the country. Creating division of races. Creating division of our own people. But you're not fighting for your own. This is not a race. This is a fight for justice without no color of the skin, without no background, without no social class, without no division. Justice for Vanessa Guillen. I can't live. Not I can't breathe. I can't live, Vanessa Guillen. 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 She can't live anymore. She was killed and assassinated, and nobody's fighting for her justice. Nobody's doing anything for her. Nobody's doing anything. She's not going to be able to live anymore, and nobody's saying anything about it. Right? Right? Say her name, Vanessa Guillen. Say her name, Vanessa Guillen. Where are you? ¿Ontan? ¿Dónde están? Ignorantes, ¿dónde están? Where are you? Amazing people. God bless everybody that is watching, man. God bless everybody that is watching. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News at America's Voice. It's a time for unity. It is a time for social justice. It is a time to not see the other person by the color of the skin. It is a time to find justice for every single person without a narrative of an activist group. That is the time. If we continue to go with these radical groups of Black Lives Matter, if we continue to go with these radical groups of Antifa, and if we continue to be on these radical narratives of the Democrats, there's not going to be no unity. There never will be no unity. There will always be the justification of I feel oppressed. I feel attacked. You're harassing me. You're stalking me. I can't go on because of my race. I can't push forward. I can't be a better citizen. I can't become a better individual in society because of my race. I can't do anything because of my race. I'm oppressed. All the time I'm oppressed. The white privilege. I can't move on. This is why nobody's protesting for this. Nobody. Nadie. Nadie. Nadie protesta por esto. Where are you? Where are you when you're supposed to love this? Where are you? All these activist groups, where are you? This is a different narrative. It doesn't fit your narrative. It was a different narrative. It does not fit your narrative. You cannot talk about a Black American killing a Mexican soldier, right? A Mexican American soldier. Why? Because it will affect your movement and it will affect your narrative. It will affect your movement and it will affect your narrative. Right? Right? That is what it is. You're not going to talk about it, right? Because it affects your movement and it affects your narrative. But let's flip the script. What would have happened if this woman was black right now? I want to ask you that question. What would you think it would have happened? What do you think? What do you think it would have happened? Whoo, my God. Whoo. My God, man. Flip the script. Change it up a little bit. What would happen if this young lady, God rest her soul, que Dios la tenga en su santa gloria y que en paz descanse esta hermosísima mujer, Vanessa Guillen. Que Dios la tenga en su santa gloria. God rest her soul. May God have her in the heavens resting in peace. God rest her soul. What would have happened if this woman would have been black? ¿Qué hubiera pasado? My God. It would have been the worst, right? It would have been like the worst situation. The first thing that I told you guys when I was in Black Lives Matter and I saw that killing of that man, of George Floyd, I was so upset. Really upset. Hurt to my stomach. And I said, this needs to stop. The injustice and also racism and division needs to stop. But I started seeing the riots and the lootings, and I was like, what the hell is going on? That's not even the purpose. There's no purpose with that. What is the purpose? Destruction, defunding the police, dismantling the police. That is not the solution. That is just stupid. And I started seeing a lot of Hispanics joining Black Lives Matter for finding justice, for injustice, for abuse of power and abuse of authority. I was like, all right, they're okay. So I started researching and seeing how many times Black Lives Matter has united and protested for the deaths of Hispanics. And I saw one number, and it was a circular number. It was 0. So I said, what the hell are we doing? Like, what it is the problem? We're uniting for the injustice of abuse of power. Every race needs to unite, even whites, blacks, Americans. Okay, so that organization is not supposed to be called Black Lives Matter, supposedly, if we're fighting for justice and injustice. All right, you call it Black Lives Matter, fighting for justice or injustice. Okay, now, where are you guys right now? If we're fighting for justice of injustice, up whatever situation and unjustifiable death in the United States. Where are you guys? ¿Dónde están? Again, I have asked all that question this whole live feed. Es una verdadera pena. I will say this little paragraph. Don't go anywhere. I will say this little paragraph in Spanish. Es una verdadera vergüenza que yo como mexicano que vivo en México y soy de Tijuana, Baja California, me encuentro con esta ideología de estas organizaciones hispanas en Estados Unidos como La Raza, como los Brown Berets y todas estas organizaciones de hispanos que hacen a veces buenas cosas por la gente, pero señores, cuando se están uniendo a Black Lives Matter, aquellos que se están uniendo a Black Lives Matter, por el amor de Dios, no tengan pena, ¿no? Tengan vergüenza y pónganse los pantalones, por favor, a defender a su propia gente si tanto están por su gente. Porque no se trata de una raza, se trata de Estados Unidos de América. Y defender la justicia por el país y encontrar la justicia por el abuso de la autoridad y el abuso de la justicia. De eso se trata. No se trata de no un solo color, no se trata de una sola raza. Y aquí lo que quiero saber es dónde están ustedes ahorita, cabrones. ¿Dónde están? ¿Dónde? ¿Dónde fregados están en estos momentos defendiendo este asesinato por un Black American a una militar mexicoamericana? ¿Dónde están, cabrones? Es una mujer. Por un carajo, es una mujer. So unfair. So unfair. So unfair that we prefer the narrative of the Democrats. ¿Hasta cuándo van a entender que los demócratas no sirven pa' ni madres? Until when you are going to understand that the Democrat agenda is not even worth 1 penny. That they are caused by division. 40 years Nancy Pelosi hasn't done anything. Almost 40 years Joe Biden hasn't done anything. What does Gavin Newsom have done for the state of California? What does Veronica Escobar has done for El Paso? What? Pónganse las pilas. It's so sad. It's so sad that we have one narrative only. One narrative. And the narrative is to respect Black Lives Matter as an organization. Have you seen how disgusting it is? White women kissing black radical organizations' feet in a public area? Disgusting. What? We'll address a problem. I will address a question. I'm sorry. Why are we putting this on Black Lives Matter? Why aren't we responsible for fighting for our own people? I will answer you. Why are we putting this on Black Lives Matter? Why are we responsible for fighting for our own people? Your own people is the American people. Your own people is the United States of America. If you need in the United States of America, if you live in the United States of America, you eat of the United States of America, you work in the United States of America, you get taxes by the United States of America, you sustain your family in the United States of America, you have the freedom and the liberty in the United States of America, and you have a life in the United States of America. So this is not putting in a Black Lives Matter as being a United States citizen. And Black Lives Matter, it was made to divide the races. And now the only purpose in the narrative of Black Lives Matter is to not care about other races and to not care about other assassinations that are going on, because this radical organization only pushing the narrative of assassinations of blacks, not the narrative of assassinations of every race. And instead of uniting and fighting for every race, they're only fighting for their own narrative and the 400-year card. So that is why I'm saying it. Hope that everybody can understand it. Hope that everybody can understand it. Isn't that right? All these communists and socialist, radical leftist activists, that they live on their capitalist phone, they live on their capitalist laptop, they live on their capitalist electricity, they live on their capitalist water, they're making their capitalist dollars, they pay their capitalist car, they pay the capitalist gasoline. All of that. Chingado, ¿dónde están? Where are you? Where are you? This is a time for unity, people. There's another, wait. This is a comment. The comment of Joviel Ortiz. She says, wait. Who said that they don't care? I see many black people in my community speaking on this. Is what you're saying now furthering to divide? You're wrong. You're wrong. They're speaking on it, but what they're doing. Joviel Ortiz, and I'm happy that the black community is not Black Lives Matter, right? There's a lot of blacks that they are against Black Lives Matter. If I'm saying Black Lives Matter is this radical Marxist organization, Black Lives Matter, it was made to divide races. It's not for unity. It's all against one race. It's all for to push their own narrative. I never said nothing about the black community. Never said nothing about the black community. Never. Who's saying the black community is dividing this? Who's saying that? Now, I want to ask you a question, Joviel Ortiz. When has Black Lives Matter protested for the death of a Mexican American? One time. One time. One. Who's talking about the black community? No. Black Lives Matter. Who's talking about the black community? Not even in one moment I said black community. Don't flip it on me. No. That's not going to happen. Don't flip it on me. When have I said black community? Never. Black Lives Matter. The radical Marxist organization. They're extremely different than the black community. The black community, a lot of them, and I'm saying a lot of them are against Black Lives Matter. A lot of them. And a lot of them are for unity. A lot of them are for equality. A lot of them are for equally fighting for injustice, for abuse of power, abuse of authority, racism. A lot of them want this to end. Saludos, Joviel. Un abrazo. And I'm sorry if I answer you. This is the way I talk. So I want to say goodbye to this video. I'm going to say goodbye to this video with this. Look, we need to be understanding what is happening right now in the United States of America. And this is what is happening. The division is being caused by all these Democrat, leftist, radical groups. All these leftist, radical groups. They were brought to cause division. Chaos, liberalism. They were brought to cause that. They did not bring them to bring unity. They did not bring them to unite every race. No. I have seen Antifa working in Tijuana. And they only cause chaos in my city where I live in. Saludos, mi Saque Friday. Y el que está más idiota eres tú, mi amigo. ¿Dónde vives, Sac, ¿dónde vives? ¿En Estados Unidos, mi amigo? ¿Vives en Estados Unidos, verdad, mi amigo? Let me address this guy in Spanish. ¿Vives en Estados Unidos, mi amigo? ¿Vives allá? A gusto ganando dolaritos, ¿verdad? De la economía capitalista de Estados Unidos, ¿verdad, papito? ¿Vives allá? No vives acá, ¿verdad, mi rey? ¿Verdad que no vives acá? ¿Le estás lambiendo las botas a Black Lives Matter cuando te están matando a tu raza? Esta oficial de los Estados Unidos fue asesinada por un Black American. ¿Dónde estás protestando? Si estás diciendo que estoy bien menso. ¿Dónde? No te veo. ¿Dónde? Vives del sistema capitalista de los Estados Unidos, ¿verdad? Me estás contestando de un hermoso teléfono ahorita o de una hermosa laptop capitalista. ¿Verdad que sí? ¿Estás yéndote a comprar tus hamburguesitas ahorita de 6, 7 dólares? ¡Qué gusto, padre! ¡Qué bueno, qué bendecido eres, eh! Que tienes ese dinerito para poderte comprar. Que todavía tienes la libertad. Y todavía tienes la manera de poder salir adelante en Estados Unidos. ¡Qué bendecido eres, padre! ¡Qué bendecido eres! ¿Eres mexicoamericano? ¿Eres hispano? ¿Sí? ¿Cuántas veces Black Lives Matter ha protestado por gente de nosotros? Por la raza. Por hispanos. Respóndeme. Una sola vez, dime. Una nada más. Una nada más, cabrón. Una, dime nada más, cabrón. Una vez que ha protestado Black Lives Matter a favor de los hispanos. Una, nomás dime. Están ahorita haciendo algo por este asesinato, este oficial de la militar, Vanessa Guillen, que fue asesinado por un afroamericano. ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás, cabrón? Vives en Estados Unidos, ¿no? Cobras dólares, ¿no? Tienes la libertad y la bendición de haber nacido en the land of the free, the home of the brave, en Estados Unidos. Hermoso vivir allá. ¿Verdad? Ay, nos están siendo injustos a los mexicanos, nos miran por el color de la piel, los güeros. Ay, nos oprimen, ay. Póngase a trabajar, cabrón. Y defienda los derechos de la injusticia sin mirar el color de la piel. No, paisano, usted está mal. Hay que leer y hay que ver qué está haciendo la agenda demócrata en separarnos y en causar injusticia sobre nosotros mismos. No vea el color de la piel, vea por el propósito que usted está luchando, que es el abuso de la autoridad y el abuso de las autoridades a cualquier persona. Eso es lo que usted tiene que hacer. Eso es lo que usted tiene que hacer. ¿Qué luchas? ¿Qué luchas? ¿Qué le andas lambiendo las botas a Black Lives Matter cuando acaban de matar a una de tu propia gente? ¿Qué luchas? ¿Cuál es tu propósito de Black Lives Matter? ¿Qué ha hecho Black Lives Matter para ti? ¿Qué ha hecho Black Lives Matter para la comunidad hispana, latina? ¿Qué ha hecho? Oh, es que los Black Lives Matter, ellos echaron toda la bronca en la espalda, carnal. Y ellos son los que están diciendo que, pues que esto es lo que le vamos a dar, machina, al sistema, carnal. Y déjate de estupideces y tonterías. ¿Qué ha hecho Black Lives Matter para un movimiento pacífico a raíz de encontrar justicia para todos? Y aquí está. ¿Ves a Black Lives Matter, paisano, hablando de esto? De que un Black American acaba de asesinar a una militar mexicoamericana. ¿Lo estás viendo? ¿Está en todas partes? ¿Están hablando de eso? ¿Estás molesto o estás a gusto? ¿Estás a toda madre? Y vienes y dices que estoy bien, la. Azucena García, you sound so ignorant. Ignorante eres tú. I don't know if you're telling me, Azucena. But if you're telling me, quisiera saber cuál es tu propósito. Azucena Garcia is saying, you sound so ignorant. And I don't know who are you referring to, but I would like to answer you also. If you're referring to me, I would like to know why I sound so ignorant. Why? Why? Because I don't fit your narrative? Me está diciendo a mí. Oh, okay. I didn't know. I'm sorry. Sometimes, comments get between comments. I just wanted to answer, the people that they're saying that they're coming in here and they attacked. And it is because, people, this is what has happened to all the minority population in the United States. This is what has happened. Oh, I'm sorry. I always do this and I apologize. Azucena is saying that immigrants don't go out because of ICE. Thank you. Okay. I'm sorry. So this is what happens with all the minorities. With all the minorities. This is what happened. All the minorities, since we were young. Y esta es la neta. ¿Quieren la neta o quieren mentiritas? You want the truth or you just want, just little lies? You want la neta or you want just little lies? Since we were young, we have always been taught, always, that the Border Patrol is bad, that they're racist, that the United States Customs are racist, that the police department is racist. Ever since that we were young, we are taught that. It's in our mind. Every time that we cross the border legally, that we are oppressed, that we are a small community. Every time. It is the mentality and the system of the Democrat. That we are lower. That we are a lower standard. That we cannot do it. That we cannot succeed. That we cannot go further. That we cannot do things right. That we have to cross and ask for help and feel oppressed and feel like they're doing this to me and they're harassing me and the police is bad and la, 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 la. La pura neta, lo que es. And we fall into that narrative. We fall into that narrative. And we always fall into that narrative. I want to save the comment right here. Kelby Barajas. I will save your comment and I will answer you in 1 second. And you know what? Let me answer you right now. Saying Kelby Barajas right here, saying Trump is racist. Remind me, moderator, to go back to the same conversation that I was talking about right now. But I want to address Kelby Barajas right here. How you doing, Kelby? Good afternoon to you. Muy buenas tardes para ti, Kelby. So you're telling me Trump is racist. Vamos a hablar con la verdad y la neta, ¿no? Yo soy mexicano, 100%. Aquí está, mira, mi bandera y vivo en México, en Tijuana. So I will talk to you as a Mexican. Right, Kelby? Okay, this is my point of view. Now, if I give you my point of view, you promise to probably throw it to the trash, or if it's not going to hit your narrative, you're going to throw it to your trash. But if you are going to hear it then I'm probably, I have the right for you to hear me because I'm hearing you and I'm putting attention to you. Right? Entonces va a decir, este güey está re baboso, que va a andar. Este güey no sabe nada. Este güey no está porque tiene un micrófono y está en un teléfono. You're going to hear me if you don't want to talk about it. So I want to address you something. You're talking about Trump is racist. Te voy a decir cosas que están pasando en Estados Unidos y que son la verdad. I'm going to tell you some truth that is happening in the United States that you don't want to hear it. But it's the truth. All right? And I will talk about Obama administration, then I will talk about the Trump administration, and then I'm going to talk about the truth. All right? The Obama administration was the administration that deported more Mexicans in the history. And for people that are saying that I'm a joke, I don't know why if you're referring to me, you're more than a joke because you're here hearing me. So, ¿quién es el payaso? ¿El que le da atención al payaso o el payaso que les da la atención? So, Obama was the president that deported more Mexicans in history. Obama was the president that made the program Fast and the Furious. You remember Fast and the Furious? It was all weapons to infest the cartels, a strategy so they can track the guns. That caused more violence and more delinquents in my country of Mexico, which I don't believe that you live. You live in the United States. And also Obama also created the first cages. Lee, antes de que te vayas a arder. Lee. Te lo sugiero que leas. Let's read. Now, if you want to talk about facts, and I'm a Mexican and I will tell you, if you want to talk about facts, go to every federal prison. And every federal prison, the majority of us are Mexican. Do you want me to defend the undefendable? ¿Quieres que defienda lo indefendible? Do you want me to defend the undefendable? The majority of us in the federal system are Mexican. Illegal entry, re-entry by the crimes that they have more, drug trafficking, conspiracy of drug trafficking, the majority of them in federal systems are Mexican. The percentage on pedophiles, the highest one in federal systems is white. White. It is what it is. It is white. Yasmin Jimenez, me saludas a la tuya también. It's white. If you don't like it, get out. It's white. Now, I'm just starting. The caravans, have they been coming? I want to ask you one thing. And I want to ask you one thing only. The caravans that have been coming in through our country of Mexico and going all the way up to the borders of the United States, all of them are good? Quiero hacerte una pregunta. All of them are good? All the caravans. All the people that they have been riding on the caravan, all of them are good? Stat. Look for it and read, Kelby. Look for it and read. More than 34,000 kids have been trafficked in the caravans since 2015. In the caravans that have been drug trafficking, human smuggling, sex trafficking, human organ trafficking, rape, pedophilia, and child trafficking. Now, telling you those little facts that I don't want to expand more on the topic. No te quiero expander más. How do you feel that our country is receiving that of Mexico? All of that, because not all of the people in the caravan are bad. A lot of them are good. But how do you feel all of that coming into our country, elevating the crime rate, insecurity, and also the cartel activity, and then all of that activity going all the way to your country in the United States of America, invading the borders, crossing illegally and irregularly through your country, elevating the per capita tax on the state that you live, because you got to take care of all these families. But nobody's talking about, Kelvy, the separation of families, which is, are you calling them? Because a lot of these trafficking of children are fake marriages and fake families. More than 4,800 fake families were found in 2019 on 2020 through these caravans. That means that all of these children, a lot of them are being crossed illegally to your border with a cost of money. So when they separate them is because that parent is not their parent. And they hold him there till they found a destination to their parent. Aren't you supposed to be talking about justice for Vanessa? I had like around probably 40 minutes about justice for Vanessa. If you're late, I'm sorry. But we're talking about different topics. And I will go back to justice for Vanessa. But there's a lot of people that they are relating to different topics. So I'm sorry. You go watch and you can go watch and can go watch the video as soon as I finish. So all this separation of families are being done because the kids are not the kids. But you got the Democratic agenda pulling and saying, no. It's because Trump is racist. But they didn't say anything when Clinton was doing the same thing, when Bush Jr. was doing the same thing, and when Obama was doing the same thing. Right? And now when Trump is separating them because there's a lot of human and child trafficking, my God, he's such a racist. Queremos hacer, pero no nos gusta que nos hagan. We like to do, but we don't like people doing it to us. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. Highest jobs and Hispanics in history. Highest jobs and Hispanics in history. Highest jobs. So it's this. Sounds like you watch too much fake news because I don't fit your narrative. What do you want me to say? Do you want me to fit your narrative? Who are you? Let me see this right here. Chona me has. Me estás arbureando, but I know. You're saying, sounds like you watch too much fake news. And I know why you want me to say that I watch too much fake news. Because probably you watch CNN, MSNBC, Telemundo, and all that kind of stuff. Oh, that was for the lady. I'm sorry. Again, I did it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jonah. I apologize. Thank you so much for addressing that. And I took away the comment immediately. So don't use this right here. Right here. Vámonos. Don't use the life of Vanessa for your stinky political games. This is a comment right here by El Alegre. Saludos, paisano. I'm not using the life of Vanessa for my stinky political games. I'm using the in this an independent reporting and broadcasting page. If you don't like it, you can get out. It's real easy. I'm not using it. And as a matter of fact, paisanos, if you were not watching the program since I started, I've been defending the fact that Black Lives Matter is not protesting right now in favor of this assassination. And why no Hispanic that it is reuniting with Black Lives Matter, it's protesting right now at this moment for this. Why? Why? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué ninguna organización hispana de la raza, los Brown Berets y todos estos, por qué nadie está hablando de este tema? ¿Por qué nadie está yendo a protestar? ¿Por qué todos les están besando la cola a Black Lives Matter? ¿Por qué? ¿Dónde está Black Lives Matter, el alegre? ¿Dónde está, paisano? Marisol Jackie Jim. Un pen ignorante hablando. De seguro, de seguro le vas a Andrés Manuel López Obrador, ¿verdad? ¿Verdad que sí? De seguro le vas a Andrés Manuel López Obrador y eres de la gente de Joe Biden, ¿verdad? Joe Biden, el candidato que dice, let me address this in Spanish. Joe Biden, el candidato que dice, no quiero hacer giras promocionales para eventos, pero apoya Black Lives Matter y apoya a todas las protestas que están ahorita en la calle. Joe Biden, el que está diciendo, ¿sabes qué? No quiero hacer gira en eventos porque voy a contagiar a la gente, pero apoya las protestas de Black Lives Matter y apoya todo esto, ¿verdad? De seguro le vas a Andrés Manuel López Obrador. Andrés Manuel López Obrador, el presidente que tiene más de 53,000 asesinatos en los primeros 18 meses y más de 5,800 asesinatos a mujeres en nuestro país, con un menos 1% incremento económico. De seguro apoyas eso, ¿verdad? Es que está limpiando la corrupción y la de seguro eres de esas, ¿verdad? ¿Y dónde estabas? ¿Dónde estaban los presidentes pasadas? ¿Y dónde estabas? ¿Dónde estaba Peña? Eres de esas. O espérame, eres de la que dice el speech que acaba de dar la primera dama, la esposa de Andrés Manuel López Obrador, respondiendo a un tweet de un ciudadano diciéndole, el ciudadano preguntándole, ¿y cuándo le va a poner usted caso a los niños que no tienen medicinas para el cáncer? Y le responde la primera dama, pues usted si es doctor, usted vaya y arréglelos. Eres de esos, ¿verdad? ¿Eres de esas? Si eres de esas, tú eres eso, ¿no? Tú eres esa la que dice, ay, pues ¿qué tiene? ¿Qué tiene? Pues si la primera dama tiene a sus chairas para que lo sigan atendiendo y lo sigan apoyando. ¿Eres de esa, no? ¿Si eres esa o no? A ver, espérame. ¿O eres de las que le va Andrés Manuel López Obrador y dice, con un detente nos vamos a arreglar el virus? ¡Con pinol! Déjenlo al presidente. Si él saludó a la mamá del Chapo, los demás que hacían, pues también lo saludaban. ¿Eres esa, no? ¿Eres o no eres? De esos. ¿Si eres de esos? ¿Quién sabe? ¿Quién sabe si eres de esos, verdad? Increíble. Increíble hasta dónde llega la ignorancia de la narrativa que quieren solamente empujar su victimización. I will do this in English. I will go back to the topic that we were talking about. We as Mexicans, we are raised in this victimization card. This guy is a Trump I bet he sounds like one. If it was for Trump or if it was not for Trump, it's the truth. And if you don't like it, what do you want me to sound like? A Biden? Do you want me to sleep on the mic? Rights for everybody. Pedophile. You want me to sound like that? We as minorities, we have always been raised with the victimization and also with the oppressed card. Always, since we are young. We never have been raised to say we have the capacity, the capability of being our best. Mexican people are so damn great. They are so damn great. And right now, for us to not be focusing on this tragedy right now, that is Vanessa Guillen, killed by a Black American, and we are not doing anything to honor her life and to defend, to find justice for her life, because other than she is a Mexican American, she is a United States citizen. That she put on a uniform to give her life for her country, and she was brutally assassinated and dismembered her body. We need to leave alone the organizations, Black Lives Matter, Antifas, and all these radical organizations that are meant to divide us. What is profiting for the Hispanic community? What is the profit of Black Lives Matter for the Hispanic community? What is the profit? What is the benefit of Black Lives Matter to the Mexican community, to the Hispanic community, to the Asian community, to the white community, to the Black community? What is the profit of the Black Lives Matter to every community? What is profiting? Nothing. Radicalness, looting, riots, Marxist ideologies, destroying statues, destruction of the United States of America, and not putting attention to real assassinations that are happening, like this one. Vanessa Guillen deserves justice. You're talking about I can't breathe? I will tell you, Vanessa Guillen, I can't live. You're talking about I can't breathe for George Floyd? I can't live. Vanessa Guillen. I can't live. She can't live. God, people. God bless you all. There's a comment right here in Spanish. I will read this last comment. And oh my God, man. Ay, Dios mío santo. ¿Dónde está la Salma Hayek? Sal del pozo, no que tú. Y que tú, ¿dónde está el Juanito, el Millonzuki, que él iba a apoyar a la familia de Vanessa con quién sabe qué más? Puro pinche pedo. Pero ¿dónde están los miles que iban a aportar? Puro pinche pedo. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. No. 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 Oh, let me see. I don't know if this Bianca Robinson is directing her comment to me. You are seriously racist as hell. And for your information, the protest happening, you're so focused on your hate for blacks. Oh my God. So I hate blacks. That you're nothing noticing what is going on. It's a shame. Do you think I was just black? Do you think that it was just a black guy and his girlfriend? Why don't you mention the fact that everyone in that base saw her that day? They know more. So apparently this comment for Bianca Robinson, I will address it. So supposedly I am a racist guy right now because I'm not fitting your narrative. So if I fit your narrative, if I say, you know what, this is a different crime that has nothing to do with, a different races killing each other, that has, we need to ask and we need to get more information. And now you're trying to flip the script to blame it on the girlfriend, that the girlfriend is white of the black man, right? Trying to find the excuse and the justification to fit your narrative, Bianca, right? So I'm not racist. I will tell you that. And for everybody that gets my point across, and if you don't like the way I talk, and if you don't like the way I am, it's clearly not fitting your narrative. I love black people. I have black friends. I love black community. Get along with black people. I got black people working with me. I don't have nothing, nothing against nobody. Really, I don't have nothing against nobody. And I don't have nothing against no race. I love black Americans, Asian Americans, white Americans, Filipino Americans, Mexican Americans, Hispanic Americans, everything. If you are, if you don't notice who I am, I'm a Mexican citizen that is telling you right now why Black Lives Matter has not protested against for this assassination. And El Alegre, this is another guy that is practically going in because probably he's an AMLO lover. Poor guy, how much are you getting paid to talk all this trash? This is what Mexicans that they support AMLO. This is their justification that they always do. ¿Cuánto te pagaron? Eres un vendido, eres del PRIAN, ¿por qué no dijiste nada cuando estaban los gobiernos pasados? Your narrative and your justifications are trash, bro. So, I'm not going to put attention to you. You're seriously a racist as hell, and your information, there's a protest happening. You're so focused on your hate for blacks. I don't hate blacks. Really, I don't. And everybody knows that I don't hate blacks. And plus, I'm a Mexican. I don't hate blacks. Really, I don't hate blacks. You're not noticing what is going on. It's a shame. Do you think it was just a black guy and his girlfriend? They don't mention you. The fact that everyone in that base saw her that day, they know more. Okay, they can say a lot of things, like the George Floyd situation. Nobody said that it was a drug addict. Nobody said that he was on meth. Nobody said that one time he put a gun to another person's belly when she was pregnant. Nobody noticed that, right? They only noticed the murder. Exactly, right? It's kind of like the same situation, Bianca. Or it's not. It's kind of like the same, right? Nobody noticed that. They only noticed the horrible murder that they did on George Floyd. But nobody noticed that, George Floyd was already in the system. George Floyd was a drug addict. George Floyd was on meth, and George Floyd, almost, put a pistol in the belly. It doesn't justify the death. No. Don't get me wrong. You're talking about scenarios. So I'm saying to you, why they were not talking about the scenarios. Now you want to talk about other scenarios, and I don't want to talk about the other scenarios. Exactly like other people want to talk about other scenarios. You want to focus on the crime, right? So I'm focusing on the crime right now. George Floyd's crime was a bad crime. That guy, for me, he needs to get life in prison. David Chauvin. He needs to get life in prison. I'm with you, Bianca. I'm riding with you the whole time. I'm riding with you when it comes to injustice for abuse of brutality and abuse of police. I'm riding with you all the time. I'm riding with you. We're rolling right now. I'm riding with you, Bianca. As it is, there's no justification if this black man that just killed this Mexican American, that he had a white girlfriend, that there were other people that they were seeing, and that there was another thing going on behind all of this. So get your information straight. I'm just saying, okay, if we're going to see only the crime in the middle, why are we focusing on the other things? It's not being ignorant. I'm just giving you facts. I'm just giving you facts. Marxist. You're a Marxist? My God. How old are you, man? You're like around 17 years old. You don't even know. I'm reading your comments right now because I want to address, but there's a lot of people who are using the Black Lives Matter movement to bring light to what's been going on for years. I know there's a lot of people that they are doing good, but as soon as you declare yourself, Bianca, as Black Lives Matter is a Marxist, organization, let's read what Marxist is and read what radical organization it is. And it is dividing the main purpose that it is unity. You and me, you're a Black American. Are you a Black American? Or are you Latino? Are you a Black American or Latino? Latino American. The main purpose, in the meantime that you answer, the main purpose is for us to unite. The purpose right now is not for us to be divided. The purpose right now for me and you, Bianca, is to unite. Not through an organization. Not through Hispanic Lives Matter, not to Brown Berets, not to, not through a lot of organizations. For you and me is to unite to find justice. To find justice for all these murders. It does not matter the race. Bianca, you know about the history. If you're African American, who was the man that told it's not the color of the skin, is the context of an individual that is important? Who was that man? And that he said also that riots are not the solution to bring justice to the difference of races. Who was that man? That was Martin Luther King. We need to unite and not create division. And my question is, where is Black Lives Matter right now on defending the situation that happened with Vanessa Guillen? And where are all the Hispanics that they are defending the justice to defend the justice right now of Vanessa Guillen? It does not matter if the killer was white, brown, yellow, whatever color it is. It does not matter. The fact of the matter is that we need to unite to find justice for every murder. That's the fact of the matter is. We forget about statistics. We don't care about stats. We don't like to read. Us, the people of color, we don't like to read. We don't, when they tell us stats, we ignore because we're so full of anger sometimes that we ignore the stats like we are ignoring the stats. And if you go to police brutality and abuse of power, because of the number of population, police brutality and abuse of power is more aggressive against whites. And it is a reality, it's a stat. I wanted to read that and I went to different sites and I was like, I can't believe this. It is a truth. And then you go to blacks, it is the next one. And then you go to Hispanics and it's the next one. And you're like, what the hell's going on? And then you go from assassinations, it's more on blacks of killings. And you don't see Black Lives Matter protesting on the violence and delinquence of blacks on blacks. And I will give you something. There's a lot of liquor stores that they are putting the systems on neighborhoods. A lot of these situations where they, invite for communities to be more involved in alcoholism, to be more involved in drugs. Yes, the system needs to be corrected. The system needs to be corrected for equality. Yes, it needs to be corrected for equality. That leave it to the government. And let's protest peacefully for that justice to be done in every community and every neighborhood. But rioting, looting, and pushing the Marxist radical agenda, how is that helping justice for Vanessa Guillen? How is that justice for Vanessa Guillen? How is that helping? Not helping at all. We're talking about different scenarios that happened in the assassination of this beautiful young lady, Mexican American young soldier. But we don't want to focus on the other scenarios with George Floyd. We don't want to focus on that. If we focus on the other scenarios of George Floyd, I'm categorized as a racist. I'm categorized if I don't like black people. I'm categorized if I don't like the black community. I'm categorized if I am I kissing the white man's boots. I'm categorized as that. But if we look at the other scenarios on this assassination of this beautiful Mexican American soldier, I fit their narrative. I fit their agenda. I fit everything that they like. But if I don't see the other scenarios on the other one, you're what? That is a justification. You're justifying his death. So you're just saying that was okay? No, who's saying that? I'm saying the fact of the matter is a murder was done. I don't see no Mexican Americans. I don't see no Mexican organizations. I don't see no Brown Berets. I don't see no Chicano organizations. I don't see nothing. And it is about time that we unite. It is the justice that it needs to be done. It's not the race issue. It's justice. Law and order need to be effective in the greatest country that exists, that is the United States of America. Defund and dismantle the police is not the solution. Why don't we defund the United Nations and we prosecute George Soros, who is paying for all these organizations to be done and to be acting radical in the United States of America? This is not a racial fight. It's a fight with justice, like the justice that Vanessa Guillen needs to be brought. Justice for her. Let's find justice. God bless everybody. I've been going on for an hour and 33 minutes. I did a show. Oh my God, my throat. My throat is killing me. God bless everybody. I can't respond to I can respond to every single one of you. But, if I respond to every single one of you, I want you to digest my answer. And if you don't like it, just get out. Really, it's really easy. It's really easy. If you don't like it, just get out. If I'm a smart man, or if I was, like smart women. Every woman is smart. Oh my God, he's such a sexist. All right. If I was a female or a man, let me rephrase that, because oh my God, he's such a sexist. I told you, Dorothy, that he was a sexist. I'm not a sexist. All right. Just don't even start. But let me just do this. If I was going into a live feed, this guy with a military hat and the back scene with the Mexican flag and Zapata on the left side and the Trump flag on the top, and I come into your live feed and you're scrolling and you're like, who in the hell is this Mexican ugly guy, man? Let me click on it. Bang. You go and click and you start hearing, this guy's such a stupid. Let me just, what the hell? I'm out. And you get out, right? You get out, right? Because it does not fit your narrative and it does not fit what you think. So if it does not fit your narrative and it does not fit what you think, Why are you in here? Everybody's welcome to give their opinion. If you're Republican, Democrat, liberal, everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. But be sure that I will respond to comments that I feel that, you know, it's nothing that I don't fit my narrative. Is that I will tell you what I think and my feelings of what I think about your opinion. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a liberal. I'm an independent. And this, people, this right here, lastly, before I go, when you serve the military, I never served the military. Never served the military. I wish I could have. Mexican or American military. But when you serve the military, as she did, I have a cousin of mine that he is serving in the National Guard. I have a cousin of mine that he's serving in the National Guard. And when he went in the National Guard, I remember the first thing that he told me. He said, "I love my country, cousin." And he's Mexican American. "I love my country." And I said, "Like, you willing to die for it?" And he said, "Yes. I'm willing to die for my country. So I love my country. My country has given me freedom, a better living, economy, support of my family. I get the best medical services, best credits. I'm going to be able to wear a uniform." This hat, actually, he gave it to me. Going to be able to represent my country with honor and respect and give my life for that country. And I will be able to put a message to my future and my son to tell him, I served my country once and I gave everything for my country. I wanted to be another piece of a puzzle, you know, to save and to be good to my country. This lady right here, I bet with all my heart, then when she put that uniform, she wanted to defend her country. It is not my obligation to investigate the whole situation. I leave it that to the authorities. The only thing that I'm telling you is that we need to understand that every murder that has been done unjustly, we need to find the justice for it. The murderer was a Black American that killed himself after he felt ambush and he felt that it was going to be prosecuted. The girlfriend is a white American lady, apparently, and she is a fugitive running away from justice. I don't care if you're black, white, brown, whatever color you are. This is about justice. And this is a clear example that we are not to be in one organization to find justice. This is a clear example that we need to be together without distinction of race and color. This is an example that we need to be united without distinction of race and color. Because this lady died with her uniform representing the United States of America. This is for you guys. She died and she got assassinated by a coward representing the United States of America. This is more than that. This is defending the purpose of abuse of authority, of abuse of a man assassinating a woman. Let's honor her life as she passed away. Dios la tenga en su santa gloria, a Vanessa Guillen. God rest her soul. Thank you for your services to your country of the United States of America. I'm not a United States citizen, but I'm saying thank you from the bottom of my heart, and to all the family of Vanessa Guillen. Siéntanse orgullosos que su hija fue una gran mujer y está en el cielo al lado de Dios, descansando en paz. Feel proud to all the family members of Vanessa Guillen that your daughter is resting right now in peace and is on the right side of God in the heavens. God rest her soul. Let's find peace. And if we're going to do something, let's do it together. Not with one race. Together. United. As one. As one. Not as Black Lives Matter. Not as Antifa. Not as BAM. Not as a Marxist organization. Together as one. That's what we need to do. United. And to our last breath to find justice for every single person. God bless you all. I will leave you now. I will leave you guys now. I've been almost 2 hours. Last show I did 2 hours. I have a throat infection. I'm trying to get better, and I'm still talking, and I'm still going, and I'm supposed to be resting my throat. So I'm not supposed to be talking that much, but I can't be I can't be not talking about this subject when it's really important. So I'm trying to do my best to to come in here and give you guys the information that you guys want and you guys need. To all the people that united this live feed, thank you so much for coming in. Remember, follow my page. It's Oscar Blue. Also follow my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel is Oscar Blue. Also, you can follow my partner, Conservative Anthony, as Conservative Anthony, and his page at Facebook, YouTube, and Parler. I'm also at Parler as Oscar Blue. I'm trying to fix how you can find me. Apparently, you only can find me with my email. That's the thing that I don't even know how to correct. I'm a really old school guy. I don't use other platforms and not like TikTok and all that kind of stuff. I don't like that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty. I do my shows, and that's around it. So I want to say, God bless you all. Find you. Let's fight for the justice for Vanessa Guillen. God rest her soul. Stay safe, everybody. Peace and love. And like we always say, peace and love. And always, your country is first. God bless.